Thousands of suffragettes met in Parliament Square. A handful of them pushed through police lines and rushed towards Parliament. None of them got in, but the violence of the police response and the disobedience of these women made the suffragette cause front-page news. I had an idea to celebrate the centenary of the suffragettes' rush by organising something I was calling Climate Rush. It would be a bit like the suffragette rush, but about climate change. Then everyone should dress up as suffragettes, Amelia said. Two brothers, Ben and Dan, were listening. They were at the Do lectures to make a film about the event. You'd try to get arrested. They didn't look convinced. Controversial protest makes climate change less academic. People write about it. They get emotionally provoked, and because of that, they think about what's happening. They talk about it with their friends. They have opinions on it. John Grant, the guru of green advertising, who had been quietly eating, looked up. That's what you should talk about in your lecture. 4 months later, on the 14th of October 2008, I was released from being held overnight at Horseferry Road Magistrates Court. When I came out of the building, the brothers who'd been filming the Do lectures were both there, documenting the story of Climate Rush. Amelia was too. We'd been working together every day since the Do lectures. Her idea that everyone should dress up as suffragettes was the foundation of a climate rush that captured imaginations. She passed me a cutting from the Sunday Times. There was a picture of us rushing at Parliament dressed as suffragettes. Jessie, the journalist I'd been on the train with, had written about us. Just a handful of months after sharing the idea of the event, we had formed a group and attracted a crowd more than 1,000 strong. Led by Caroline Lucas, now the Green Party MP for Brighton Pavilion, we broke through police lines and rushed Parliament. We surrounded the Palace of Westminster that night, forcing MPs to stay in the main chamber and listen to the chants of climate action now. Throughout my journey, I've drawn strength from remembering how Climate Rush began. As an idea in my head, it wasn't going to do anything. It became something tangible and powerful when other people decided to get involved. At that point, it became so much better than anything I could have made happen alone. Remembering this teaches me something that I'm still wrapping my head around. We can't do anything alone. It's the alliances we form and the ways we find to work together that change the world and us. Introduction. You don't have to be perfect to care about the earth. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Mary Oliver, taken from Wild Geese. This book is about learning from nature. It's about letting go of practices that harm our planet and making different choices for our lives. Writing it has been a celebration of all the magic that exists outside my front door and the people whose ways of doing life enrich my own. Before we begin, I want to lift up the wisdom of Indigenous people who offer us a planet that is alive and sacred. How we begin to learn from their perspective is everything this book will explore. I'm a white, non-binary person from a comfortable background who has always lived in London. I left university not knowing what I wanted to do. The 2008 financial crash had just happened, and the promise of more that I'd grown up with seemed shaken. When I heard that, despite climate change, the government was going to expand Heathrow Airport, the biggest single source of greenhouse gas emissions in the UK, I wanted to do something. I packed a bag and took my tent to join a camp of environmental activists who were occupying the land where the airport hoped to expand, just outside Heathrow's perimeter fence. I was scared by the science of climate change. As a queer person enjoying freedom and pride, I was scared of how